Hi, I'm Lori LaRose, and I have Active Stamping with Lori LaRose. I showed this one card for April Fool's little card called the Impossible card in my last video, and I just wanted to show you another card with an April Fool's idea called a magic card. I'm going to try and attempt to do this in just a few minutes because it's kind of a fun card to do, but putting together of it might be a little more complicated than I'd like my little 10-minute videos to be. So we'll see how we go, and we'll hope for the best. So I'm going to work with Inspiring Iris today. If I can find the case to show you, that would be awesome. It is a stamp set that is retiring. This is April Fool's 2021, and at the end of the month, this beautiful stamp set is going to have retired. It's a beautiful stamp set. I love it, and I am going to be working with, actually just finished using this one here, and I'm going to be working with the carnation and the iris coming up here, and it has all the fill-ins as well, so we're going to be doing lots of stamping, and so it'll be a fun little card to give a go to. We'll give it a try. All right, so we'll move the Impossible card out of the way, and we'll bring in. So we are working with one sheet of paper, and I have done some of the pre-cutting and whatnot to try to facilitate a quicker video. The sheet is going to be 8.5 by 10.5, and you will score it in half and then cut down to make a quarter panel. Essentially, you're basically cutting out this 1/4 panel. Okay, then on this side you're going to cut off 1/4 inch. So that's what this is. The 1/4 inch is cut off, and then you're going to score on this piece that's left here 1/4 inch. You're going to make a little aperture of some sort of size here for yourself, and using the score line as a guide, you're going to work on one side of it and then the other, and just cut like a little 1/8 inch or less. And then, of course, by the time you get an 1/8 inch on both sides of the score line, it becomes a 1/4 inch in there, and a nice little stopper for a mechanism that we're going to make. You're going to have a piece of paper that is, depending again to some degree how big your window is. I made my window a little bit smaller than the whole front, basically. And so I made this slightly smaller. And I think, well, I'm bringing it up right now so I can tell you. Mine is 3.5 by 5.25. And what I'm going to do is bring it over, and I'm going to cut off an 1/8 inch on both sides. So I'm just going to line it up. Oops, not that you can see it. I'm just going to line it up here at an 1/8 inch. And I'm going to cut it from about 4 3/4 rather, and just cut a little tiny bit off. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing from about the 1/2 inch and down. And then I'm just going to trim those guys away. If I could find my little scissors that I just had 5 seconds ago. Move this out of the way. Shy of my good scissors, I will use yucky scissors, which is not very much fun, but c'est la vie. What this gives you is a little stopping thing. So when you fold this over, and when you're pulling this up, it stops. And then for me, the magic of the magic card is that it stops. I'm not positive how important it is, because I have yet to glue this all together, how important it is to have this floaty or not floaty in there. I might have liked this to be a little bit smaller breaks, I guess I'll call them, for lack of a better word. I like using the idea of using this as white, and you'll see that in a couple seconds why I like that. All right, so when I'm stamping on